Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Raggedy Pack, episode 6, the finale, Tales of the Jedi. Episode 5 was a lot better than I thought it would be.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, I looked at the runtime and I was like, what the shit is this? But turns out that was low-key a heater. I gave them the quick rundown on why that episode mattered since they have not seen season 7 of the Clone Wars. But
Matters a lot.
One day they will. And yes, it does. So for me personally, that was just like, I'm sure it didn't hit the same for you guys as it hit for me. But it was so cool. We talked about it a little bit, having Jesse, hitting one of the stun shots on Ahsoka and then saying sorry. Mm-hmm. When fast forward to, season 7 of the Clone Wars, and he's not saying sorry anymore. And then her pulling out a lot of the same moves that we'd see in those sequences there. And yeah, it was just eerie. Because I don't remember if I said this on camera or off camera, but to have Anakin preparing Ahsoka to face clones, not droids, clones, before he even knew that would be a threat, is just so eerie. And then to just have the episode end, oh, hey, we're walking out into the hangar to confront Jesse and the gang, which is beginning to middle of the finale of the Clone Wars. So I wonder if this episode will kind of just be episode 13 of season 7, because it ended on season 12. And I wonder if this is just the next one. Because it's part of the Ahsoka novel, which takes place a little bit further afterwards. But we'll see. I'm sure they're gonna... I did read some stuff online that this episode kind of just gets sunned by the Twitter because of how just much it deviates from the book, which,
Oh, interesting.
Disney always covers their ass by saying Legends, Star Wars, or Legends, which is every written thing that happened in between Revenge of the Sith and Disney's acquisition. That's all non-canon. So technically the Ahsoka novel is not canon. So they can have their own.
So it's a little...
And if there isn't anything contradicting, then it's pretty much assumed as canon. So I'll probably have more to say on it after. Because again, I've read the book. It's over on my bookshelf, actually. I don't think it can be seen, though, unfortunately. So... yeah, I don't know. Do you guys have anything you wanted to add from last episode? What you liked, what you didn't like? Well, if there was anything.
Regarding your thing in terms of the Legends, I haven't read the books. I don't know. I literally know nothing about Ahsoka besides the fact that, she's Anakin's Padawan. That's it, basically. And whatever is in The Mandalorian. So... these episodes, I'm not going to have any sort of biasm with the book because I don't know it at all.
Yeah.
So I will just not objectively, but my subjective take is going to be maybe different from those who have read the book.
Yeah. Corey? Anything?
No, I really don't have anything to say. I'm ready to see what's going to happen in this episode.
All right, ready to rock and roll. Well, if you guys enjoy this episode, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Comment down below what you enjoy, what you don't. Hit that notification bell. I think I didn't say that already. So you don't miss any of our future uploads. We will have Bad Batch going on right now, and we will have The Mandalorian coming to you March 1st. That will be absolute diesel. The full link to this episode will be available over on our Patreon account. The full link to all of our episodes are also over on the Patreon account, along with 2-week early access to select series like Demon Slayer. You can find that link in the description below. There's also a link to join our free Discord, which we highly, highly, highly recommend, and links to our social medias. And yeah, let's get into episode 6.
All right.
That doesn't sound good. Oh, this does not sound good. Oh, Padme. This is right after.
Yep.
Damn.
This was included in the trailer, I think.
Ah. She kind of looks like a Bratz doll. I'm
That's
not
Mon
gonna lie.
Mothma and Bail Organa.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Lurking.
You shouldn't have come here.
This is not canon.
There's nothing you could have done
Hmm.
for either of them.
Cool though.
Why risk it?
Or I guess this is canon, but
She was my friend.
Were they good friends?
There's a
yes.
patrol coming. Let's
Hmm.
leave. Where is your ship?
Oops.
Well. Oh my gosh.
What can I do for you, officer? An obligation to uphold.
This guy voiced by,
When we're able.
what's his name? Phil Lamar.
We'll have to escort you back to the procession, Senator.
Sounds
I
right.
understand. Please contact us.
This voice reminds me of Samurai Jack. That's why I was asking.
Hmm. That would be pretty cool.
Yep.
Okay.
You're right.
Oh, that was crazy.
Some Batman
It was.
scene out there.
Also not canon, but whatever. I can vibe with
This
Changes.
This is cool. This is cool.
I can vibe with changes. I didn't like the way that her and Rex split up anyway, so.
Uh-oh.
You're feeling like an asshole.
Nah.
Oh.
The guy cooking there. It's not blue.
Oh, those bubbles were shit.
Wait. Master Jedi.
Oh my god.
I
Yeah.
saw you push the bales clear of me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I just don't know how things get animated, the scale of things.
Wow,
Oh my.
what a prick.
Prices were so low, they're bleeding us dry. I couldn't get half what
Ahsoka
they offered
knows
last
she
season.
has to leave.
Oh.
Oh my. Oh.
Mm.
Oh. Who
is this?
What?
Claim a Jedi was here. You lie to me and expect Imperial favor.
He's not
What's this?
It's some sort of Inquisitor.
Not gonna lie, this is one of the coolest Inquisitors they've designed.
At first, I
That's
thought it
what I'm
was
what?
Grievous. I know who the fuck it was.
And who might you be?
This is one of the coolest characters in Star Wars, man.
She's the Jedi.
Damn. Should have just let happen.
Yeah, if anyone deserves to be
He is so
sliced, it's that snitch.
He reminds me
Yeah.
of that bitch boy from Andor.
This guy reminds you of
Tim.
the boy from Andor? Oh,
Tim.
oh. Okay. The kid.
Oh, dual saber action.
Yeah. I'm gonna need Corey to play Fallen Order.
Mm-hmm.
Them Inquisitors, bro. Are we about to get an epic fight right here?
I hope so.
Please don't go to credits. God, he is so cool. Oh, he's just not even
Well,
a match. Whoa! It's like an inflatable doll.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, now you are.
Mm-hmm.
War will come.
Some lessons are just that hard to learn, man.
How?
Our boy. He pull up. Like. Brand new Lamborghini.
Corvette, actually.
Ah,
I think it's a Corvette.
it is. Carillion Corvette. I believe it's a Tantine 4.
Beginning to think you.
Oh. Good soundtrack to end it on.
Well,
That was good.
That was good
Mm-hmm.
for what it was. It's exactly what I thought it would be in terms of just a hilariously fast-paced. Like, I think every other episode was perfectly paced except that one. Everything felt way too rushed. And I don't know if that's just because I read the book. But like
that.
we didn't even get their names.
Oh, okay. So those are like important people.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Then yeah, I didn't think that they were that important at all.
And I mean, even if they weren't like a mentioning of their name, can't do that in 13 minutes. I mean,
Yeah.
So they're TLDR of the book. She gets established there. She builds relationships there. She does use her force power to save somebody. And I think somebody does turn her in. But then the Imperials show up and she's not there. Actually, no. Back. The Imperials show up for a completely different reason. They show up to turn the planet into like an Imperial farm planet.
Okay.
I mean,
And
they already
that's
had
when
the
she-
farm part going.
Right.
True.
But it's like the Imperials needed to grow like a certain plant that they could turn into their like all-in-one food for their soldiers that's like so shitty. It's just total Imperials. She bounces. That's when she meets up with Bail Organa. And then something happens there to where she comes back and it's just this long, elaborate thing. There's this Imperial base there. You get like some Imperial like assault tanks and like there's just so much cool shit that happens in the book that's not here. And I just feel like, why could this not have been like a 2-episoder? You don't need the entire book. But
I think it's just I mean, it meshes well with the other Ahsoka ones. Because you get her origin story, which is just like a fast origin story. You get her training arc, which goes through years of her life really quickly. And then you get like her not retirement, but like hiding.
Yeah.
You know,
it just feels like it was
really
too
important
much
because it's
in
about
one.
her. Yeah, I can agree if those are like important people, you know.
But and it's like you don't even really see like what's the motivation for her to get back in the fight.
I agree.
5-6 minutes ago, she's telling Organa she's done fighting.
That's true. Well, you can tell there's a time skip there, but the other thing is that the only issue I had with it, I kind of agree with your thing on why did she get back in the fight, because it seems like the way they shot it, that she's new to the village. Like she has made 0 friends.
Right. And so look, at the end of the day, this endeavor into this 6-episode, series, Tales of the Jedi, knocked it out of the park. Exactly what it needed to be. But to just go and light the Ahsoka novel on fire like that seems like a wasted chance. And that just frustrates me because Disney has struggled for so long to make their own stories. And I can't say anything for the Dooku arc. I don't know if that was written in Legends or if they wrote that on their own. But like, think about it. We've talked about this in Andor. Outside of The Mandalorian, outside of Andor, and then Kenobi, I guess. And Kenobi was honestly a little bit of free writing, but there is not shit. There's nothing good. So you have this book that is written so well and very well received.
The thing is, okay, we knew that these Tales of Jedi were going to be short animated stories. They did keep it focused around her. In fact, no one else besides
Organa
was important in this episode, which is fine because it's only 18 minutes and I understand what they're trying to do. You have to remember they have an entire series coming out of Ahsoka.
Yeah. My only gripe is that they lit the novel on fire. You can bring that novel to life in 3 to 4. The Ahsoka series is post Empire overthrow.
Yeah, but they could always throw in
flashbacks for sure. But dude, I'm telling you, this episode alone lit on fire 200 pages of that book.
Oh, okay.
And again, I'm not complaining. Like, it was entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
This series was exactly what it needed to be. It just seems like a wasted opportunity. And that's what I'm upset about. I'm not upset because I didn't enjoy it. I'm upset because I've read the book. I know how much better it could be. Had they had a bigger budget, had they had more episodes, those probably run hand in hand. Whatever the issue is, it could have been so much better. And that's not discrediting the first 5 episodes. I'm purely talking about this episode. And I knew this was coming. I knew I was going to be let down by it. So I'm not going to let it detract me from the whole series. I'm just going to leave it at, it could have been so much better than it was. That's not to say it wasn't good, but it could have been a lot better. So anyway.
Yeah. I mean, just the whole Tales of the Jedi thing is weird in general. I don't like the format at all. I liked some of the episodes, but I feel like the entire series, you could have that feeling, it could be so much more. It could be so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the short lengths. And I've never seen anything like that besides, what was it? The animated Star Wars series they did before this. It was
Visions?
all the different... Yeah, it was all the different animation studios, which was also a very weird format. So I think they're still experimenting. You might get your Ahsoka novel show later in like animation. So I would definitely not get your I would not say that this is probably the end you see of animated Ahsoka.
Oh, I have no doubt.
The end of animated Ahsoka for sure. I definitely don't think that it is. I think once they see the Ahsoka series taking off, they'll probably go and animate a whole bunch of her.
I think if they, and I want them to, I think Tales of the Sith, I don't know if that's been confirmed or if that's just rumored. Cool. I think they have a really, I disagree with you in the sense of, I don't hate the format. I hate the way they're using the format. Because I can think of a lot of Jedi that have nothing in animation. I mean, I'm thinking just off the top of my head, I'm thinking Quinlan Voss. He would be the perfect candidate.
It's true.
For a 6-episode short series. So maybe use this formatting, these 13 to 15 minute long shorts, to tell more stories that aren't, like when you're thinking of your heavy hitting characters, Luke, Anakin, Obi-Wan, Leia, Han Solo, Chewbacca, like all those guys. And then you start digging a little bit deeper into what's the hardcore Star Wars community, like who are their big dogs? Dooku, Qui-Gon, Windu, Ahsoka, etc. Keep those out of it.
Yeah.
Save those characters for the bigger, Ahsoka's getting her own live action series. can't really do a Dooku live action since Christopher.
Yeah,
his
I know who
name's
you're
skipping
talking
my
about.
mind.
Was it Christopher
Uh,
Lee?
Yes. I was gonna say Christopher Judge, but I'm like, this isn't God of War. Christopher Lee has passed away. It'd be hard to recast him, but you get my gist. Like,
you can't. It'd be so hard.
Those guys belong in the bigger series, and these smaller short series, I think, would just be better to introduce us to new characters.
I want to see.
I know who Quinlan Voss is. I
wanna
guarantee
see
you Corey
the Old
doesn't.
Republic series.
I've heard
Yes.
The
the
Old
name
Republic
here and there
series through this.
from you, mainly.
He was mentioned in Kenobi, a Kenobi episode we watched. He was
Wasn't his name like on the wall?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and if they do Tales of the Sith, I want to see Revan and Plagueis and all those.
So
I want to see that.
this finale of Tales of the Jedi. Obviously, I don't know any of the stuff you're talking about from the book, but I can imagine like if this episode was based on what happened in the book. The way you made it out, like they omitted a bunch of the detail and the build up her relationships with the characters at the farm settlement. We didn't really get to know anyone there. We didn't have any attachment to them. So when you see the place on fire when they come back, it doesn't really hit as hard as if like we spent more time with those characters. I mean, I get it. It's a short series, short episodes, but I thought one of the coolest parts of this episode was someone showing up. I had no idea who they were. You guys said it was an Inquisitor. I don't know anything about Inquisitors. I haven't played Star Wars, the Star Wars game. You mentioned
You
it
know
earlier.
nothing about Inquisitors, huh?
I mean, I think I've seen you or Kojo fight them like when you streamed it before.
In a Kenobi, Riva.
Oh, yeah, they are
or not.
Inquisitors.
Okay.
Is there that Riva?
Okay.
That's Riva.
Okay, yeah. Though that's what he is.
Okay. Well,
It's just like a
Jedi hunter.
It's a task
Jedi
force
hunter.
that hunts Jedis underneath Vader.
I got you. Okay. Well, I was kind of disappointed to see him get one hitter quittered.
Bodied.
I mean, I guess
Yeah.
it's expected.
I was a little too.
Ahsoka is so powerful, but like I at least wanted to see him put up a little bit of a fight.
Yeah.
But I mean, they kind of spoiled us
mean-
with that one fight between Yaddle and Count Dooku.
Yeah.
In episode, what was that? Episode 4.
That was a good fight. It's bittersweet because I know she can take it to Vader, which none of these Inquisitors can do that. So it makes sense that that dude would get absolutely bodied no matter how cool he looked. But still,
Yeah.
I would have liked to see better fight.
I mean,
but I understand.
I at
why they
least
just
wanted
made
to
her-
see him kill the one dude who snitched. Give me that
Yeah.
satisfaction.
I'm like a villain in the sense of like anytime some dude throws somebody else under a bus in a TV show, I'm like, yeah, bro, you need to die. Like he's responsible for his entire village getting killed. I think Ahsoka can let him get his head chopped off.
You know what? Even if he didn't die, at least he got the look what you've done.
Right. I will say though, like I get why you wanted him to put up more of a fight, but that's Ahsoka's the chosen one's apprentice.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
it's of my opinion that there are very, very little Force users that can take on Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
even though she's not necessarily characterized to be the strongest, she was trained by the strongest. So
Mhm.
I'm sure outside of like Windu, Palpatine, and I honestly, I think she could probably hang with Palpatine, but I'm not really thinking of anybody. Maybe Yoda. I think she could honestly hang with.
wait.
She's fought Dooku.
You think she could hang with Palpatine but can't hang with Yoda?
If Yoda can hang with Palpatine, if who else fought Palpatine?
I think.
Windu. Maul got bitched.
Yeah,
and,
Maul
and
got
frankly, Ahsoka bitched Maul. So
yeah, makes sense.
I don't really know. I feel like Ahsoka's fight style would let her hang with Yoda because she's just a very acrobatic fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And
so is he.
She does a lot of damn flips, dude. A lot of flips. And I just feel
that would be a really cool fight to watch, her and Yoda, because they'd just be flipping all over the place.
Right. And it's really hard to judge Yoda because even though, he's the Grand Master of the Jedi Order, he's one of the most powerful Force beings in the universe. He did lose to Palpatine.
Who did?
So, Yoda.
Yeah, he did.
And the Windu is just on a level of his own. I mean, he beats anybody. Anakin is the most powerful Force user because he's the most powerful Force user, not necessarily the strongest with the blade, even though very much is considered high up there. It's just Windu is God. You don't beat Windu unless you get some bullshit like unlimited power.
And fragile windows.
Right. But yeah, man, I mean, there's no Inquisitor that she's not absolutely doggying. Maybe the Grand Inquisitor, but I don't even really.
I feel like Maul could body him.
I actually just remembered how he died. So, yeah. So yeah. Good series.
Good series.
I don't want the last 10 minutes to make it seem like I'm screw this, screw that. Star Wars sucks. No. I'm just from a pure nerd perspective. Like, I've read the book. I know how this story goes in that book, and I'm just like, meh.
Yeah.
Make it 2 episodes.
Yeah, it was great. It just left a lot to be desired. I get you.
Yes. But at the end of the day, I think solid job. I'm giving it a solid 7. It did exactly what it needed to do. And now I'm ready for the Bad Batch, which for those watching, we're already 3 weeks into the Bad Batch, but we are not. This is the day before the Bad Batch comes out, and Corey has 16 episodes to watch. So
might have to watch them need a slight refresher on it for sure.
So you guys got anything else you'd like to add before we hit the dusty road?
No, I'm good.
Nope.
I'll say one more thing. The Dooku arc was phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. That was great. And that's all I'll say. I just didn't want to go on an Ahsoka montage and then forget to mention those 3 phenomenal episodes. So, all right. Well, lucky for us, we don't have to wait months for Star Wars to come back, because at midnight tonight or 2 a.m. or whatever the shit ass time Disney chooses to drop these episodes, we're right back in it. So we hope that you guys will stay around for the Bad Batch. And if you enjoyed this reaction, hit that like button, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're not missing the Bad Batch. You're not missing the Mandalorian when it comes out. It's a big year for Star Wars. I want to say it's Acolyte year. I'm not entirely sure, but we got a lot coming. A lot coming. I think Ahsoka's due out either this year or early next year. So plenty to do Star Wars wise, and we will be there every step of the way. So if you want to watch the full-length reaction to this or any of our other shows, check out our Patreon. That link is in the description below. And we have a link to join our free Discord down there, along with social media links. And yeah, see you guys in the Bad Batch.
May the Force be with you.
See ya.